It's another Luke and Shay's Place production. And as always, we ask you to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications to let you know when Luke and Shay is putting out another banger video. And by all means, we'd love for you to comment. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you feel in our comment section. What's up, Facebook family? What's going on to all the Luke and Shay's Place family, those who are right now and subscribers? We definitely welcome you back with a warm Luke and Shay's Place love. Hey, what's good? What's good out there? I'm back with another banger video. Yes, this is Luke. I'm working, I'm grinding, as well as trying to create some content for you guys. Anyway, like I said, there was a young lady that, before we get started, I would like for you to like, subscribe, and share. And this is for the new listeners, people that's just discovering the channel. By all means, become a Luke and Shay's Place family member by subscribing. Join us as a family. We love to have more family. We always have a warm Luke and Shay welcome to the family. Come on in. You know what? It's nice here. Anyway, we hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We're just doing big things here today, and we're trying to get, we're trying to get to we're trying to get to 100 subscribers, and you can help us do that by, sharing, letting people know about the podcast, people know about, the work we're doing and the content that we're creating. It's excellent. It's all good, and we definitely would like for you to join us. So definitely spread the word, put it out there, because we're new up and coming. We're doing big things over here, They're doing the big teams over here. I got, and teams never before, But anyway, like I said, let's get to this. It's a young lady. She's in a situation. A dire situation. The young lady is actually pregnant by a married man. And from what I'm understanding, he don't want the baby now. He's married and he's trying to fix his marriage, and I guess she's pushing that. I don't know if she knew this or not. We're gonna listen to this together, see how this works, how this play out, because this is what we do around here. We like to listen and we like to comment and we like to see, how this thing plays out. Let me get rid of my theme music. That's the theme music, with no other further ado, we're going to go ahead and start the podcast and see what she's got to say. Let's see how insightful this thing is. Let's get started.
I'm 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby. Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped. He repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant. And then I get pregnant and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy, was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down so I don't harm my baby. But I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out why I needed this. Why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me. And we were damn near living together.
There's a lot to digest here. That's a whole bunch. Anytime you engage with a person that's already in a relationship, these things are bound to happen. Like I said, I want to truly feel exactly what I'm supposed to feel. I don't want to, I don't want my thoughts to be polluted with other people's thoughts on the young lady. But when we step out here today and you get caught up inside relationships, I don't know if she really knew or didn't know at the time of this video or at the time she got pregnant, whether or not the man was married. And if you knew he was married, then at this point in time, all accountability comes, not all accountability because he did sleep with her, but at the same time, but all accountability of the pregnancy becomes on you because you know this man is married and you shouldn't be, like I said, I don't like to use the phrase marry before you carry, but it is, in this situation, it will be correctly used because that is the procedures that you should have followed in this situation. And I know she just said that this guy pursued her and in this way, but how many times you got to say, like I said, if a person is married, then you need to leave it alone, okay? And I know some people get caught up, and we all do, in different situations. But if the person is saying they're married, you probably should leave that alone. You really should just step away and leave that alone because, again, that will get you in more trouble than you need to be in. Now she's saying, what did she do to bring that? Well, what you did was you got with a man that was already married, which is a connection to someone else and what you knew. And then you allowed this man to have unprotected sex with you. because see, you have the control over that too. You would tell that person, whether or not this person can, actually ejaculate in you, basically. We can use that terminology here. But yeah, this is what's happening here. And it's like when now you're asking God, what did you do to bring this on you? Well, you did something that God said we shouldn't do, commit adultery. Because if the man is still married, he's still married. I don't care if he's legally separated or separated, he's still married. And yeah, at this point in time, this man is trying to save his marriage. And if he's trying to save his marriage, that could happen. That's why we don't get in relationships with people who are already married, because they're still married for a reason. Whether it's good or bad, they're still married for a reason. And so at this point in time, I don't know what your situation is. He was currently living with his wife, and then you say he practically moved in with you. But living together, as you say, then both of y'all name would be on the lease. That would then legitimate the fact that he basically is with you. But at this point in time, again, if he's still living at home with his mate, there's a reason for that. Because when they are done, they will no longer be living with each other. The relationship will be over. He will be out the house. But at this point in time, this person is still in limbo. This is why I say you have to give people time when they break up. I wouldn't be messing with nobody who just got out of a relationship 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, at this point in time, until I know for sure they're not there. Like I said, don't fall for any of these things that people give you, like, oh, we're separated, or better yet, we're legally separated, and we're in different places. No, until they are in different places, they're not separated. And until they're in different places, then the chances of them getting back together are slim to none then. And then I can't really rule it out because, see, I've seen things where people have actually left each other but ended up back with each other. So, like I said, it's how you take it at this point in time and how you see it. But what I'm saying here is the young lady got herself in a world of trouble in this situation. And I feel sorry for her because it is what it is out here today, because, people going to do what they do. People can only do what you allow them to do to you. And being that this young man or this person is married and is trying to work it out with his wife, it does put you in a predicament. Now, I wonder what she's going to do moving forward, because now she's pregnant and she's 41, which is, like I said, that's a little out there. But she's 41 and pregnant, and it's her first child. So I can understand where she would still want the child. But would it be okay to bring a child in this world without the father today? That's the question that she put forth. And I know millions and billions of people don't have a problem bringing a child in here without a father. Don't get me wrong. And now I don't suggest that, and I'm not saying I would push that. But at the same time, it's not frowned upon. So, 9 out of 10, she is going to have the baby because it's her first child. I'm not going to understand that too. But at the same time, I don't want you to play victim and say you didn't know all these things right here, because once you became knowledgeable of this man's marriage and the situation that the man is in, well, it's hard to say that you didn't know this or that. So I'm going to listen to the rest of this and see what, how they come out on this right here.
And then to say and now my poor baby. My poor baby. I don't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any. So I certainly wasn't trying to but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant. And once I got pregnant, told me, I don't want nothing to do with this.
We're gonna stop it right there. And like I said, there we go. Um, I have a tough time with I don't want to call it victim. Well, she playing the victim here, but anyway, like I said, you know, a man is married. You probably shouldn't be procreating with that man because that man has a significant other. And like I said, I feel sorry for a situation. I feel sorry for the child. Don't get me wrong. I'm praying for both of them. I would definitely keep them lifted in my prayer. But at the same time, you putting yourself out here in these reckless ways. And like I say, I wouldn't be looking for sympathy today. I would be looking for God to help me with this situation. But I mean, that's me. I mean, to each his own on that. But at the same time, I look at this young lady as she says these things, and you know, she really did paint the victim at the end there with saying, "Oh, he intentionally got me pregnant." Ma'am, you had to participate in that pregnancy, meaning you had to be there, be coherent, and allow this man to um, to put himself in you in that way. Let's put it that way. Don't put it nicely. Put the man put himself in you, got you pregnant. It did the things that you do when you releasing you, and then create a child. See, you had the power to stop all of that because first and foremost, the beginning. Like I said, let's look at the man being married. That's a relationship. That's a marriage. See, that's a union. I need to honor and respect his union with his ex or his whatever, his wife at that time. And if I'm not respecting that, then yeah, these are the things that could happen. And it's nobody's fault. It would be nobody's fault but my own. See, I can't blame anybody. I couldn't blame that person, couldn't blame this person. That's my fault. I stepped into this. I knew what it was. I saw what it was, and this is what it is. And so, yeah, I do sympathize with you on the level of having a baby, but I can't sympathize with you on the level of going out here getting pregnant by a married man. Well, that's my thoughts on this right here. I would like for you to share your thoughts. So definitely hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this situation. How do you feel about the young lady being pregnant by the married man? And who do you blame in this? Do you blame the woman or do you blame the married man who's trying to repair his relationship with his wife? Let us know what you think. And again, this is Luke of the LUKE-N-SHAE'S Place podcast, and I definitely would like to get your comments. And don't remember to like, subscribe, and share. Do that and comment. Don't forget to comment, and be sure to hit that notification bell to let you know when we're putting out another hot banger video. And this is LUKE-N-SHAE. You guys take it easy and be easy out here on these streets. Keep it real. God bless you all. Take care. Peace.